Hi, I'm Sally Jewell. I'm President and CEO of REI, but really I'm here because I've been a board member of the Mountains to Sound Greenway since the organization was founded 20 years ago. The whole concept of the Greenway has been, how do we take this incredible landscape that we call home in the Pacific Northwest and make sure that this landscape that defines us today is here for generations to come. When you drive I-90 from Seattle across to Ellensburg, you see amazing green landscapes, you see connected trails, you see wildlife, and we just can't take that for granted. It was here 20 years ago when the Greenway was founded, but it was rapidly developing and developing in a real uncoordinated way. So I just ask all of you, as you drive now, that you take in that green landscape, those connected open spaces, and all of those things that define our Pacific Northwest region, and say this is here because of the work of this incredible organization, the Mountains to Sound Greenway Trust.
Job today. That was just a spectacular day in the Greenway. 20 years ago, people marched for 5 days from the mountains to the Sound, and they camped in this meadow. It looked a little different then. It had been an old gravel pit. There was not a park up there, and there was no trail over the mountain, and the mountain was not owned by the public for use by the public. But they camped here with a vision. 10 years later, I came along with this group and we camped here again, and we celebrated with folks from DNR, King County, the Forest Service, the city of Snoqualmie, the city of North Bend, and a whole lot of hikers, because at that point the mountain had been bought, all 6 square miles of it of Rattlesnake Ridge, but there was no park, there was no trail along the top of it. That's what's been done in the last 10 years, and that's what we're celebrating tonight. The creation of this place and the use of this place by those of you here. Today, hikers have trekked across in the 20th anniversary of the Mountains to Sound Greenway. They've been in Ellensburg, they've been on railroads, they've been through the tunnel. They're on their way to the Sound.
Up in the Greenway my whole life, and I've always loved this area. I've actually biked across the country, and I came back here because I think this is the most beautiful area that this country has. So came back and was thrilled to get a job on a trail crew here. And then when I found out the trek was going on, was super excited about it, really wanted to go out there and support the trail, support the Greenway, and support the work they're doing.
It's just been great to experience the Iron Horse State Park. You see the terrain unfolding around you, and you really understand why we feel it's worth so much to us. I mean, it's something that we really want to preserve. I've been so impressed in the communities that we've gone through, very different communities, to see how each of them appreciates and has come to value what the Mountains to Sound Greenway stands for. We saw the Thorpe Mill, we saw, of course, the Snoqualmie Tunnel, and then there was a great 18-mile stretch straight downhill through Rattlesnake Lake.
Welcome to the almost midpoint of the 20th anniversary trek of the Mountains to Sound Greenway. It's my pleasure to say that when Bill and I started working with Jim Ellis on the Greenway, we were both in our early 30s. It has been amazing to work alongside such an incredible leader as Jim Ellis in this endeavor. And I remember when I joined the board that I said to Jim, this is a 25-year project. And he said, yes, it probably is. And you know what? It's a 125-year project and more, because we're 20 years into this and we're looking forward, and we say we have a lot of work to do.
What Mountains to Sound Greenway is trying to do is to make sure that all the communities around Seattle and towards the mountains, all these communities in this wonderful natural space, find a balance between the expansion of their communities and their economic needs and the respect for the land that we have around here.
I would say one of the bigger highlights is actually the sense of community that I've seen here. It's completely cross-generational. It's been great to see how everyone has come together and inspired each other, because as much as the older generation has inspired me with tales of what they've accomplished with their lives to protect this resource, the young people are also so inspiring. and it's great to see that they're going to carry on that legacy and continue to make this the beautiful area that it is.
They bring together so many different interests. You have CEOs, you have Sierra Club members, you have people from around the political spectrum and people from around the social spectrum. It's really impressive that in such a short amount of time, the Trust has been able to gather so many different people under its fold, and that means that it can actually do a lot of real good.
I want to thank you all for being out here, for being supporters, for what you're going to do in the future to make sure that things like this Snoqualmie Point Park and Rattlesnake that we just hiked along, which would have been houses all the way up that hillside, were it not for the Greenway. That's what it means to look forward, not only 20 to 25 years, but 125 years.
My name is Holden, and I was out on the trek for 9 days. I made some friends with other people, like basically everybody. When I hiked 16 miles, that was really fun. The best part was everything.
The Mountains to Sound Greenway provides the most amazing playground for our young people to create games that fuels their creativity, that helps them resolve conflict, that gives them an opportunity to connect with nature in a really fundamental way, and teaches them basic lessons of taking care of this earth that is going to be so important not only for them but their children and their grandchildren as well.
I like walking in forests because if the forest wasn't there, it would be, well, it'd be kind of sad. I like the colors of the trees, and I like how birds can build nests in them.
It's an amazing place to nurture our future generations. I want to encourage all of you to get involved. There's nothing more therapeutic than getting out on a muddy day and pulling out a root ball of blackberries to enable native species to regrow again.
I'm a high school student. I've been volunteering with the Greenway since 9th grade, and because of the Greenway, I've realized that really the environmental studies are really important to me.
I just encourage you in the many volunteer projects that the Greenway has to get out yourself, to take young people out with you so that they feel a sense of ownership in this land. And if you're a young person yourself, to get a group of your friends to go out and enjoy this Greenway on a really fundamental level.
The Mountains to Sound Greenway really facilitates people's wishing to become involved. They make all the connections, they acquire the resources, the plants, the tools, and all you have to do is sign up and show up. So it makes it easy to make a difference. This is my favorite way to spend a Saturday, is to be out here volunteering with the Greenway Trust.
You know, the Mountains to Sound Greenway is full of unbelievable treasures. You've got city parks, connected paved bike lanes that will take you from the Sound to the mountains with only a few little gaps that we're working on. You have amazing wilderness areas. It's the kind of place any place else in the world might be considered a national park. But here, it's our backyard. It's our Mountains to Sound Greenway. There's nothing more amazing than this place, and I hope that you'll all take ownership in it, protect it, and by all means get out and enjoy it.